What's up, Space Monkeys? Welcome to Political Fight Club. I'm Robert Durden, and I'm going to give you guys an update on COVID, and then I'm going to spout a couple of stats at you. Joe Biden is not doing a very good job. Now, just because the vaccines are coming out when Joe Biden happens to be president doesn't mean that he did anything better than Trump did on the vaccines. If Trump had been reelected, more than likely those vaccines would still be going out and getting distributed exactly the way they are now. So it's not really a victory. It just happened under Biden on accident, by the luck of him winning the election. So there have been 133,000 deaths as of today under Joe Biden. And this is 2 months in. That's why I'm doing the episode today. I wanted to give you a breakdown of his first 60 days. And really it's just been like, oh, here's the vaccine. We're doing a good job distributing it. And they don't tell you that the Pfizer vaccine doesn't work very well against the South African strain, nor does the Johnson & Johnson, nor does the Madura, or what's the other one? I can't remember what the other one is. But none of them do very well against the variants. They do well against, or some of them do okay against the UK strain, but the vaccines are not going to be what saves us. And I don't even think Joe Biden has gone so far as to do a national mask mandate, which is ridiculous. Didn't do the Defense Production Act to help us, make masks or ventilators or whatever we need. Hasn't given us Medicare for COVID. And that's really what I want to talk about is, since there's been 133,000 deaths under Biden, and the article that we went over, going over the study in Public Citizen, was saying that about 33%, or about a third of COVID deaths, are linked to lack of or underinsurance. So since Biden did not give us Medicare for COVID, which he could have easily done by declaring COVID a national emergency, about 1/3 of those 133,000 could have been prevented, theoretically. And then also about 70,000 people die every year in the U.S. just from not having proper health insurance. They're either too afraid to go to the doctor, or they can't afford it, whatever. They don't want to go because they're afraid of getting a huge copay that they can't afford, or getting a bill in the mail that's going to bankrupt them, so they don't go. And even if COVID weren't a thing right now, that is 70,000. It's going to be way higher than that. So you can take the two numbers separately. A third of 133,000 is something like 40,000. I'm estimating 40,000 maybe. And then if you take that other number, the 70,000 per year, now it's been 1/6 of a year, 2 months. 1/6 of that 70,000 is something like 12,000. But let's, for the sake of math, just call it 10,000. I'll err on the other side, and I can safely say that about 50,000 people have died under Joe Biden that are preventable deaths because of those two things I just told you about. And if President Sanders were in office right now, he would have declared national emergency day one, and we'd have Medicare for COVID, just like they did with Texas, because Biden did this with Texas when they got hit with that blizzard and had all those blackouts. He gave Texas Medicare for all as a state because he declared it a national or a state emergency, and he could do the same thing with the entire country, but he won't because he's in the pockets of Big Pharma. So sad news. 50,000 deaths, and I think I'm actually under by a little bit. It's probably closer to 60,000, but I'm just kind of doing math on the fly. It's a very sad state of affairs, guys. If we had a President Sanders since January 20th, there'd be 50,000 more of us still alive today, and that's no small number. That's like the army of Troy was 50,000 or something like that. So you remember that enormous army in the movie? You ever read the Iliad? That's how many people have died that are preventable deaths under Joe Biden. And that's the difference that we've had between Biden and what would have been a President Sanders had the Bidenites not ruined it for everybody. But blood's not on my hands. My conscience is clear. I didn't vote for Biden. So keep fighting the good fight out there, guys. I'll do one more episode tonight. We'll see you.